This is a guide on leveling the Elementalist, and in it I'm going to give you a build on what to run and what to use so that it's easier for you as you level. So why pick Elementalist? Elementalist has one of the most engaging gameplays of all the classes. It's very versatile and very unique, and I find it one of the most fun to play. But even though it's very complex, it's a very rewarding class, and you'll get lots out of it and improve quite quickly if you can get used to the class. So the gear. If you are very confident in your abilities, I recommend going power, then precision, then ferocity, then any other stats. But if it's your first character, or you're used to playing naturally tanky characters, the Elementalist has no natural tank or defenses, so I recommend you go power, then either toughness or vitality, then focus on precision, ferocity, and then the rest of the stats. Onto the weapons. You should be going dagger or scepter dagger if you want to go ranged. Dagger, you're going to be in melee or just outside of melee or on the edge, but it deals the most damage and all the skills are quite quick and fast compared to the staff or even the scepter. So, on the dagger, when you're attuned to fire, there are 5 fields on the number 3 skill and the number 5 skill, and the number 3 skill will also move you a distance forwards. When you're attuned to water, there's a heal on the number 2 skill and number 5 skill, and frost armor, which chills foes when they hit you, on number 4. When attuned to air, there's a mobility skill on the number 4, and both a swiftness and knockback on the number 5. When in earth, there's blast finishes on number 4 and number 5, and also bleeds on the number 1 and number 2 skill. Onto the heal skill. I recommend going Arcane Brilliance, because it's got a blast skill, and it heals. You can blast combo fields, such as fire fields, water fields, stuff like that, to give boons or debuffs for the enemy. Fire fields give might if blasted and so on. Other fields, other stuff. Onto the utility skills. First, you're going to want to take Arcane Blast, which critically hits enemies in a wave, but also works as a blast finisher for more might. Mist Form, which breaks stun and you become invulnerable for a period of time. And Signet of Air, which passively increases your movement speed by 25% and also blinds the target on activation. Now onto the elite skill. I'd take Glyph of Elementals, which summons an elemental to fight for you based on the element you are in. If you're in Earth, it's very good for tanking, but it's also good damage if you're in either fire or air at the point that you summon it in. I wouldn't use it in water. The heal isn't that nice, especially if you've got it tanking for you. You shouldn't be healing too much. Now onto the traits. First, we're going to take fire. First trait is Empowering Fire, where we gain power while attuned to fire. Burning Precision, where crits can burn and burns will now last longer. Sunspot, we deal damage when we attune to fire, and we gain a fire aura, which burns foes when they hit us. Pyromancer's Training, increase damage while on fire by 20%. Burning Rage, increase damage against burning enemies by 10%. And Pyromancer's Puissance, where using a skill on fire will grant us might on skill use. This means the auto attack, the number 2, 3, 4, and 5, even our heal or utility skills, they'll all grant might. Second, we're going to want to take air. First, we want Zephyr's Speed, which increases our movement speed while in air. One with air, which gives us super speed when we attune to air. Electrical Discharge, damage enemies when attuning to air. Inscription, grant a boon based on the element when we use a glyph. The only glyph we've got is our elite skill, so that'll be the only time this is ever used. Weak Spot, which is a chance to cause vulnerability on critical hits. I think this is 33%, but I'm not too sure. And Bolt the Heart, deal more damage on low health enemies. This is a 20% increase on enemies below 50% health. Lastly, we want to get Arcane. First is Arcane Fury. Gain Fury when swapping weapons. Then Arcane Precision. Skills have a chance to apply a condition based on the element when you critical hit. Elemental Attunement. When changing elements, you gain a boon, I think, based on the element. Final Shielding. Create an Arcane Shield, which blocks the next 3 attacks. when you fall below half health. Elemental enchantment. Boon duration is increased and your element or attunement recharge faster after you've changed. And evasive arcana. Create a spell based on your attunement after you dodge. Now some tips and tricks. Dodging is mandatory and you have to do it to avoid taking damage on the Elementalist because they have no natural defense and they rely on a very active defense, active dodging, using spells at the right time, stuff like that. You can switch air for water if you need some more regeneration in your build to keep you alive. Mistform, one of your utilities, should be used to reset aggro from multiple enemies or to avoid high damage attacks. Take Armor of Earth instead of Arcane Blast if you want another Sunbreak or if you need some protection, which reduces damage by 33%. Thank you for watching the video. This is the end. I'll see you next time.